So a shift in consciousness can either be minuscule, be small, be tiny, or be grand. And it doesn't matter whether it's big or small. It matters that you're changing, that you want to change, that you want to be the soul you're meant to be. You want to live the life your soul wants you to live, and that God wants you to live. And want a spiritual conscious shift. Want that. We have them in our lives several times, usually on very small scales, not big enough for us to recognize them as huge conscious shifts. But you'll see it in other people. You'll see how that person got laid off and went and did their dream. That's a conscious shift. Or you'll see how someone's just a little more optimistic, not quite so pessimistic as they used to be. That's a conscious shift. And we should all want conscious shifts. And truly, if you feel you're not in a good place mentally, and I'm not talking about mental illness, I mean conscious mental, ask God for help. Tell him you want a shift in consciousness. Tell him you want to think more clearly. Tell him you want to be a better person. But you have to want to be a better person. You have to look at yourself in the mirror and say, I don't like you. I don't like your negativity. I don't like your pessimism. I don't like how you talk down about people. I don't like how you constantly look at the bad in the world instead of the good. And I have to tell you from personal experience, there are so many people out there who do that, but they don't see it. Even if they look in the mirror, they don't see it. But if you see it, if you see you're not happy, if you see you need a shift in consciousness, ask for it. Tell God, I'm ready, I'm done. This is not getting me anywhere. I know I came here to do more than this, so help me see the way. And you will have a spiritual consciousness, conscious shift. And I'm not saying you're going to have it like that day. You're going to have it when God thinks you're supposed to have it. But you have to be ready for it. And it's an amazing thing. I can tell you from personal experience. It is amazing to suddenly look at the world differently. I don't watch the news at night anymore. I don't let those things that happen in the world that I have no control over upset my life. I'm just a little speck on the map in this grand world. And while yes, I should be concerned about certain things going on in the world, I don't need to let them control my life. I don't need to let them turn me into a negative person or turn me into a pessimist or make me look in the mirror and not like the person looking back at me. And if that's you, then the next time you look in the mirror, you look in the mirror and you say, God, we need to change. I need to see things differently. Because when you're ready, God's ready. He's not going to just swoop in and change you. Not until you're ready. If you're in that negative place and you enjoy being in that negative place, because there are a lot of people in the world who enjoy being a pessimist, who enjoy being that negative person, who enjoy taking things away from people that aren't theirs. There's people who enjoy doing that. They get satisfaction out of it. Very small amount of satisfaction. A very short amount of satisfaction. But they still do it. But if you're the person who's finally going, this is not what I signed up for, there's got to be more than life than this, then it's time for a spiritual shift. So ask. Ask God to help you see the world the way you're supposed to see it. Not the way your environment, your family, and your friends have allowed you to see it. It's time for a conscious shift. Not just for you and me, but for everyone. Ciao.